if you have ADHD, you have probably felt burnt out at times. You know that feeling where there is just so much on your plate and you feel so overextended that you are in sheer overwhelm. This can lead to task paralysis, depression, anxiety. This can lead to you feeling like you're dropping the ball in certain areas of your life, chronic exhaustion, emotional dysregulation, and really inhibiting that lack of motivation that some of us fall into when we need to do all of the things, but there doesn't seem to be enough time in the day and we don't know where to start. If this is you, if this has ever been you, this is a video that you want to watch today. Hello everyone, my name is Sara Kelly. I'm an ADHD mindset coach and I come out with videos every single week on everything ADHD and the isms that pair along with having ADHD. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you never miss a video from me. So today I would like to share some tips with you on how to avoid getting burnt out if you have ADHD. And the first one really comes to basic self-care. Diet, hydration, sleep, and exercise when you can be huge for an ADHDer. When we're sleeping, we are creating dopamine. When we are exercising, we are creating dopamine. When we're eating healthy, there are plenty of dopamine-rich foods, and I have a dopamine-friendly food list linked below this video. And hydration. Hydration can be really hard for ADHDers. I'm not sure why this phenomenon is in fact true, but it's something that I struggle with a lot. If you can have flavored water. There are some essential oils that are safe for consumption. There's also a type of water bottle called Air Up, and what it is a water bottle that has a scent pod that you put in it that tricks your brain into thinking that you're actually having flavored water. Simple self-care can help with alleviating overwhelm and burnout and making sure that you have enough dopamine to get the things that you need done in your day. The next tip that I have to avoid burnout is the power of the pause. And what the power of the pause simply is when someone asks you to do something or when you're getting ready to put something else on your list, instead of jumping to that yes, we tend to be habitual people pleasers. I want you to take some space from making a commitment. Take 24 hours to think about whether or not you have the emotional and mental and physical bandwidth to do the thing that is being requested of you. The power of the pause interrupts our impulsivity and our delay in processing both our executive dysfunctions that many ADHDers struggle with. I really believe that with ADHD, we have almost like this stick shift brain, whereas a neurotypical person has an automatic brain, like an automatic vehicle. An automatic vehicle doesn't need to think about going up a hill or down a hill, whereas an ADHD brain, we can do absolutely everything that a neurotypical person can do, but we need to use that stick shift, aka practice mindfulness, practicing the power of the pause, really paying attention to our self-care so that we don't burn out and we don't go into the chronic overwhelm that so many of us struggle with. The next tip that I have for you is prioritizing tasks. Part of our executive dysfunction is ordination of tasks, knowing where to start when there is a big project or many projects that need to be done. And this is where pen to paper can be your best friend, or using some kind of electronic device. Take some time before you start your day or plan your week to write out all the things that you need to do, and then prioritize from most important to least important so that the small details don't bog you down. You can also, as you're making this list, put it into time blocks. A lot of times us ADHDers have trouble sitting still for a really long time, and this is where I love the Pomodoro technique. Get out a kitchen timer, or you can buy Pomodoro timers on Amazon, where you block off 20 or 30 minutes, whatever you have the emotional and mental bandwidth to do, to block off a time when you can really just sit down and focus on what you need to get done. Now, if you're anything like me, your mind might wander where you start on a task and all of a sudden, squirrel, we're onto something else, in our head, and we're thinking about doing the next thing. When I'm sitting down to block off 30 minutes to get work done, I like to have a pad of paper right beside me. And if my mind starts going off into a different direction, I quickly jot down my thoughts so I don't forget it, so that I can get back to focusing on my task at hand. This helps alleviate overwhelm and assures that I don't fall into burnout, because my busy brain is not going off in so many different directions that I feel like I'm being pulled in so many ways I can't really hone it back in to stay focused. Try this out and let me know if it works. And if you have any tips and tricks to avoid burnout that are working for you, please share them in the comments. I read every single comment, as well as my followers read many of the comments. So let's start a dialogue in the comments of what each of us is doing to avoid overwhelm. We can learn from each other, and I think that that is so valuable. And if you haven't already, please like this video. By liking this video gets pushed out to more people in the algorithm who might have ADHD and struggle with chronic overwhelm and burnout as well. And my final tip today to help you alleviate being overwhelmed and moving into burnout is to set yourself up for success by setting realistic goals. Make sure that you don't put so much on your plate that you do feel like you're being stretched into so many directions. And this kind of comes back to tip number 1 with the power of the pause. Knowing what you have the bandwidth to do, what you have the physical time to do, can alleviate overwhelm. Thank you so much for watching this video. I enjoyed making it and doing the research for it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you haven't already, please like my channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss a video from me. I happen to have a free masterclass, complimentary, linked in the description of this video, that goes over the 5 pillars to creating lasting change when you have ADHD and you struggle with overwhelm, self-esteem, and even just coming to terms with your ADHD diagnosis. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week in the next video.